Looking in the mirror at a ghost I don't recall. The person that you wanted, I built him 10 feet tall. I traded in my hobbies, I let my friendships fade to fit inside the narrow lines of every plan we made. Now the space beside me is empty and the silence is a roar. I don't recognize the footsteps walking toward the door. I've got your favorite records, but I don't like the sound. I'm standing on the pavement, but I can't find the ground. I spent so long being yours, I forgot how to be mine. Now I'm just a blurry shadow at the end of the line. So tell me, who am I without the you? What does a heart that's broken even do? I'm a sentence with no ending, a song without a key. I've lost the only version that I had of me. If I'm not the one you love, if I'm not your better half, then I'm just a hollow and a faded photograph, searching through the wreckage for a soul I can't supply, asking every shadow, who am I? The coffee tastes like nothing, and the morning feels like night. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there to hold me tight. I find myself coffee's getting cold on your side of the table. I'm still buying groceries for two. I tell myself I'm strong, I tell myself I'm able, but every room is screaming out for you. I found your old sweatshirt in the back of the dryer. It still smells like the night we stayed up late. Now I'm just a ghost standing by a dying fire, caught in the silence of a love I couldn't save. And I don't know how to breathe without your air, or how to find the light when you're not there. The clock keeps ticking, but the world has stopped. I'm picking up the pieces that the heartbreak dropped. It's a long, cold road, and I'm walking it alone, trying to find a house that still feels like a home. But the hardest part of everything I do is learning how to be me without you. I saw your car today, turning off Main Street. My heart hit the floor before I knew. I almost called your name, almost felt the heartbeat of the person that I was when I had you. Now I'm scrolling through the photos just to feel the sting of a life that we were supposed to build. I'm staring at the hollow space where I wore your ring, and a promise that will never be fulfilled. And I don't know how to breathe without your hair, or how to find a light when you're not there. The clock keeps ticking, but the world has stopped. I'm picking up the pieces that the heartbreak dropped. It's a long, cold road, and I'm walking it alone, trying to find a house that still feels like a home. But the hardest part of everything I do is learning how to be me without you. They say that time is a healer. They say the pain will fade, but they didn't see the beautiful mess that we made. How do I unlove the only soul I've ever known? How do I stand still when the seeds of us were sown? The lights are dimming down, the bed is way too wide. There's nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. Yeah, I'm still here, but I'm lost without you. I'm tracing the lines of a map I used to know, but the landmark shifted and the rivers I bought you last May, but you're wearing a look that feels worlds away. I reach for your hand, but it's heavy and cold, like a story that's ending before it was told. The coffee is bitter, the kitchen is quiet, there's a ghost in the hallway, I'm trying to fight it. I'm screaming your name in a room full of glass, but the echoes just shatter and let the light pass. 'Cause you look like the person who promised to stay, but you talk like a stranger who's already walked away. I'm searching your eyes for a flicker of us, but they're dry as the desert and covered in dust. It's a heartbreak I can't even begin to explain. To lose you completely while you still remain. Now I'm loving a shadow, and I'm losing myself, because you're somebody else. We're sitting in silence, our foot's width apart, but there's an ocean of static between heart and heart. You laugh at a joke that I didn't even make, and I smile back for both of our reputations' sake. But the mask is so thin that I'm starting to see the person you are isn't looking for me. Is it something I said? Is it something I missed? Did the us that we were just cease to exist? I'm loaded on these men, breathing soul, while I'm watching you play a brand new role. I'd give up the world just to find you again, but I don't even know where the you starts and ends. 'Cause you look like the person who promised to stay, but you talk like a stranger who's already walked away. I'm searching your eyes for a flicker of us, but they're dry as the desert and covered in dust. It's a heartbreak I can't even begin to explain. To lose you completely while you still remain. Now I'm loving a shadow, and I'm losing myself, because you're somebody else. Yeah, you're somebody else. Your voice is the same, but the words feel wrong. I've been singing the lyrics to the same old song, but you changed the key while I wasn't looking. You're somebody else, and I'm still right here. fluorescent lights are humming a tune in this cold little box in the middle of June. I'm flipping through magazines from 3 years ago, waiting for a sign that you're ready to go. You said you just needed a minute to breathe, to figure out if you're staying or if you're gonna leave. So I'm sitting on plastic, I'm staring at the clock, listen for the turn of a heavy brass lock. And I'm stuck in the waiting room of your heart, watching the seams of us just fall apart. I'm holding my breath till my face turns to glue, just waiting for a version of me and you. But the doctor's not coming, the doors are all closed. I'm the only one here in these dusty old clothes. Yeah, I'm losing my mind and I'm losing my blue, just wasting my life in your waiting room. I see people leaving, they're walking out free, but nobody's calling a name out for me. I've memorized the patterns of the cracks on the floor. I've imagined 1,000 times you walking through that door. But your maybe is a prison, your later is a lie. And I'm watching the best of my years pass me by. You got me on ice, you got me on hold, while the coffee in my cup is turning bitter and cold. Yeah, I'm stuck in the waiting room of your heart, watching the seams of us just fall apart. I'm holding my breath till my face just double blue, just waiting for a version of me and you. But the doctor's not coming, the doors are all closed. I'm the only one here in these dusty old clothes. Yeah, I'm losing my mind and I'm losing my blue. Is the news gonna kill me or bring me to life? Are you the bandage or are you the knife? I'm tired of the silence, I'm tired of the suit. I'm breaking the windows of this quiet room. I'm tired of watching the ghost of our memories pass. You used to be the umbrella in the storm, the only place where I could keep my spirit warm. But now the thunder is the only sound I know, since I had to stand still and watch you go. Now we're just shadows in the rain, two flickering hearts lost in the pain. We're dancing on the pavement out of reach, like a lesson that the darkness had to teach. The sky is crying for the love we couldn't save. I'm drowning in the very soul I gave, just a silhouette of what we used to be. Shadows in the rain, you and me. I walk past the cafe where we first met. The pavement is shiny black and red. I saw a reflection that looked just like your stride, but it was just the wind with nowhere to hide. Every drop that hits the ground feels like a stone, reminding me I'm walking this city alone. The storm doesn't wash the heartache away, it just turns the whole world into shades of gray. Now we're just shadows in the rain, two flickering hearts lost in the pain. We're dancing on the pavement out of reach, like a lesson that the darkness had to teach. The sky is crying for the love we couldn't save. I'm drowning in the very soul I gave, just a silhouette of what we used to be. Shadows in the rain, you and me. The clouds won't break and the sun won't rise. I'm seeing the world through these heavy eyes. I'm waiting for the weather to finally change, but everything familiar started to feel strange. Drip, drop, the rhythm of the blue, still searching for a trace of you. But the lights are dimming and the water's rising. Just shadows, nothing but shadows in the rain. I'm still taking up my half of the bed, leaving space for a ghost that won't leave my head. I keep the porch light on just in case you lose your way, even though I know you're miles and a lifetime away. I found your name written in the frost on the glass, watching the seasons and the strangers all pass. It's a quiet kind of torture that's holding on tight to a hand that forget me, because I can't forget you. They say time is a river that washes things clean, but I'm still standing here in the might have beens. I see you in windows, I hear you in songs. I'm the only one left where the feeling belongs. You look so much lighter with me off your back, while I'm tracing the lines in every new crack. I'd rather be hated than a face you don't know, but I love you enough to let the memory go. So forget me if that's what it takes to be free. Let the memory of us become you without me. Delete every photo, let the colors all fade till you can't recognize the promises we made. Don't carry my shadow, don't whisper my name. Let the heart in your chest forget how it once came to beat for a person who's still stuck in the blue. Please just forget me, because I can't forget you. Be the stranger I met on that first rainy night, before all the laughter turned into a fight. Go find a new city, go fall in love deep, and lose every secret you promised to keep. If one of us has to be whole again, let it be you. Wash the sand from your sweater, throw away every letter, let the silence get better. Just forget me. I'll stay here. I'll stay here. Forget me. You said my love was like a high-speed train, something thrilling, something you couldn't tame. But now you're standing on the platform edge, walking back every single word and pledge. You tell your friends I'm heavy and I'm deep, like I'm a secret that you're tired of having to keep. You like the fire when you needed the heat, but now the smoke is making it hard for you to breathe. So go ahead and pull back, go and make your plans. I'm just a burden slipping through your hands. I'm a liability, a little much for your soul, a jagged piece that won't fit in your perfect hole. I'm the tax you didn't want to pay, the rainy cloud that ruined your sunny day. Yeah, I'm a liability, too loud and too real for someone who forgot how it's supposed to feel. I saw the way you looked at me tonight, like I was a glitch, like I wasn't quite right. You're looking for a version of me that's thin and light, who stays quiet and doesn't wanna fight. But I'm a forest fire, I'm a crashing wave. I'm more than the nothing you're trying to save. You enjoyed the toy until the batteries died. Now you're bored of the truth and you're looking for a lie. So go ahead and pull back, go and make your plans. I'm just a bird slipping through your hands. I'm a liability, a little much for your soul, a jagged piece that won't fit in your perfect hole. I'm the tax you didn't want to pay, the rainy cloud that ruined your sunny day. Yeah, I'm a liability, too loud and too real for someone who forgot how it's supposed to feel. Maybe I'm a ghost in my own living room, slow dancing alone in the middle of the gloom. If I'm too much for you, then you're not enough for me. I'd rather be a liability than a maybe. I'll be my own best friend. I'll take myself to tea. I'm finally finding the person I'm supposed to be. A liability. A liability. Watch me disappear into the rising sun. I'm not a failure, I've only just begun. Yeah, I'm a liability. And I'm finally free. A liability. The keys are on the counter, right where they belong. But they don't sound like music, they just sound like a song that's been played 1,000 times until the tape began to fray. And I'm standing in the doorway with nothing left to say. I see the boxes in the corner, label with your hand, a version of our future that didn't go as planned. It's not a sudden thunder, it's not a lightning strike. It's a slow and steady fading of everything we like. I'm looking for a reason to ask you just to wait, but I can feel the lock clicking on the garden gate. I know it's over, I can feel it in the air, in the way you look right through me, like I'm not even there. No more see you later, no more maybe we can try. Just a heavy hollow ringing up a final clean goodbye. My heart is still in rhythm, but the melody's gone. I know it's over, and I'm barely holding on. I remember how your laughter used to fill up every room. Now it's just a ghost story, a flower out of bloom. It checks checking on your watch, and I'm checking on my pride, trying to find a place for all the love I have inside. But there's no more room for us in the life you're building now. And I'm learning how to break a forever kind of vow. Should I scream? Should I beg? Should I fall down on my knees? Or just let the winter wind take the last of the leaves? There's a comfort in the knowing, even if it hurts like hell, that there's no more secrets left for us to tell. The fire's down to embers, the ink is finally dried, and there's nowhere left for two broken people to hide. The lights are turning out one by one. Everything we started is finally done. I'll stay here for a minute until the silence feels like home. I know it's over. I'm on my own. I'm sitting in this crowded bar, just watching the faces pass, tracing little circles in the moisture on my glass. I'm looking for a specific kind of light within the eyes, the kind that doesn't fade away or feed me hollow lies. I saw a stranger laugh today, and for a second I froze still, because he tilted back his head exactly like you will. But when he turned around, the magic vanished in the air. He had your rhythm in his step, but not your silver stare. When I'm just looking for someone like you, with a heart that's just as broken and a soul that's just as true. I'm chasing down a shadow someone like you. Maybe there's no double, maybe you were one of one, and I'm just staring blindly at a long extinguished sun. Is it fair to find a stranger and try to make them fit, to light a brand new candle with a flame that's already quit? To light a brand new candle with a flame that's already quit. Just a ghost in a jacket, a name in the blue. I'll keep looking in the windows, I'll keep searching in the rain until I find a brand new version of this old familiar pain. Someone like you, just someone like you. I spent a lifetime as a shadow in your life, keeping the peace while I faded from sight. I traded my voice just to hear you speak, and built up your walls while mine grew weak. I looked in the mirror and didn't know the face, just a hollowed out heart in a crowded space. I'm tired of waiting for a love that doesn't grow. It's time to harvest the seeds that I sow. So I'm choosing myself for the very first time, taking back the pieces that were never yours to climb. It's a lonely kind of healing, a quiet kind of war, but I can't keep on bleeding on your kitchen floor. I'm packing up the hope I wasted on us and turning the wheat back into a must. It's gonna hurt like hell to break this shell, but I'm finally choosing myself. The silence is heavy, but the air is finally clear. I'm rediscovering the person beneath the fear. I'll go to the movies and sit in the middle, stop playing the games and solving the riddle of why I wasn't enough to make you stay home. When I gave you my hands, my heat and my soul, the bridge is on fire, but I'm crossing the line. me. In the open road, yeah, I'm choosing myself. I'm staring at the ceiling, chasing shadows in the dark, trying to find the rhythm of a slowly breaking heart. The ice is melting in a glass of what I shouldn't drink. It's the only way to quiet down the way I have to think. I wonder if you're out tonight, or if you're home alone, waiting for a reason just to pick up your own phone. Because the silence is a weapon, and it's cutting through the night. I'm looking for a signal, just a flicker of a light. I know it isn't healthy, and I know it isn't right, but I'm losing every battle in this solitary fight. So just don't text me, tell me that you're lonely too. I don't need the truth, I just need a piece of you. You'll probably regret anything to prove that you haven't finished yet. Let the whiskey be the courage that you never had before. Just drunk text me and walk back through the door. I'm scrolling through the pictures of the life we used to lead, when our love you was the only thing we ever had to read. Now the thread is frozen and the screen is cold and blue, a digital graveyard of the things I can't undo. Are you whispering my name in the someone else's ear? Or are you just as haunted by the ghost of being here? I don't want the polished words, the hope you're doing well. I want the raw and broken parts you're terrified to tell. The late night desperation, the I miss you in the rain. Hey, give me all the chaos, give me all your honest pain. So just drunk text me, tell me that you're lonely too. I don't need the truth, I just need a piece of you. Send a is waking up and I'm losing once again. I'll keep the sound on loud just in case you lose your mind. Waiting for a message that I'm never gonna find. Trump text me. I saw the warning signs like red lights in the rain, but I drove right through them just to feel the rush again. You were a beautiful secret I wasn't supposed to keep, a promise that I made when my heart was fast asleep. Now I'm staring at the ceiling, tracing cracks along the wall, counting every second of the long and lonely haul. They say it's a choice, but it felt like a trap, a bridge built of glass that was destined to snap. And I'm halfway across with no way to turn back. Why do they call it falling when the landing hurts this much? Why do I go to pieces at the ghost of every touch? I gave you the keys to a house I can't live in, to a heart that was broken before it was given. Yeah, I didn't just trip, I didn't just stumble, I let my whole world start to shatter and crumble just to fall in love, just to fall apart for you. Your name is a melody that's stuck on repeat, a bitter kind of rhythm that I can't help but beat. I'm walking through the rooms where we used to be we, but now it's just a museum coffee's cold, the chair is still. The silence is a bitter pill I swallow every day. I trace the patterns on the floor where your shadow used to dance before it turned and walked away. I'm keeping all the lights on low, 'cause every corner of this room is screaming that you had to go. Now I'm just living in these fragmented dreams, tearing at the edges and the silver lining seams. I reach for you in shadows, but I'm grabbing at the air, waking up to find that you were never really there. A thousand broken pieces of a life we tried to build, a hollow in my chest that never quite gets filled. I found your ribbon in the hall, a tiny ghost against the wall that refuses to fade. I wonder if you're sleeping fine, or if you're haunted by the lines of the promises we made. I'm learning how to breathe again, but the air feels heavy, thick with everything that might have been. They say that time's a healer, but it's just a thief to me, stealing every memory until I'm finally free. But I don't wanna let you go. I'd rather keep the pain than living inside a world where I don't even know your name in these fragmented dreams, tearing at the edges and the silver lining seams. I reach for you in shadows, but I'm grabbing at the air, waking up to find that you were never really there. A thousand broken pieces of a life we tried to build, a hollow in my chest that never quite gets filled. The glass is on the floor, I can't fix it anymore. Just fragments of you, of us. I still reach for your hand in the middle of the night, forgetting for a second that you're out of my sight. The silence in this bedroom, it's a heavy kind of sound, like everything we built is just crashing to the shelf, and I realize I'm talking to shadows of myself. You said that love was healing, that it washes away the pain, but you left me standing naked in a freezing, pouring rain. Now I'm wearing these memories like a second skin, trying to find where the essence and the hurt begins. You moved on so easy, like you never went that far, but you left me behind with these permanent scars. They don't bleed anymore. No, they've turned into light, but they ache like a ghost when I turn out the light. Remember the person I no longer am, just a heart held together by a broken down dam. I saw you at the station, just a face in the crowd. I wanted to scream, but the quiet was too loud. You looked exactly the same, like time didn't dare to touch a single thread of your gold-colored hair. But I'm a different same, I'm a different book. There's a jagged little edge in the way that I look. Every promise you broke is a mark on my chest, a reminder that forever was just a beautiful test. Now I'm wearing these memories like a second skin, trying to find where the essence and the hurt begin. You moved on so easy, like you never went that far, but you left me behind with these permanent scars. They don't bleed anymore. No, they've turned into white, but they ache like a ghost when I turn out the light. Remember the person I no longer am, I'm just a heart held together by a broken down dam. They say time is a doctor, that it stitches the soul. But what do you do when you're no longer whole? You can cover the surface, you can hide every line, but the damage is deep and the damage is mine. Slowly watching the clock tick tock against the wall, counting the shadows as the evening starts to fall. You're sitting right there, but you're miles out at sea, and there's a wall of nothing between you and me. The dinner is cold and the candles burn low. I'm begging for a sign that it's time for me to go. Your eyes are like windows with the shutters pulled tight. I'm a ghost in your house, just a trick of the light. I take an argument, I take a little rain. Anything is better than this quiet, hollow pain. So say something, anything at all. Break the silence before I hit the wall. Tell me you hate me, tell me you're bored. Give me a reason to put down this sword. I'm drowning in the quiet, I'm screaming in the dark, searching for a whisper, waiting for a spark. If this is the end, let the words be the floor. Just say something before I reach the door. I remember when we talked until the sun turned to gray. Now we've run out of metaphors and things we need to say. You're scrolling through a screen just to avoid my heavy stare. And the air in this room is getting harder to share. I'm making up excuses for the way you've gone so still. But if you won't bridge the distance, I know I never will. Is it sorry? Is it over? Is it let me try again? I'm losing my mind in the where and the when. Goodbye is a mercy compared to this void. Looking at the ruins of the love we destroyed. Don't let the last thing I remember of us be the sound of the dust settling down in the ruins. So say something, anything at all. Break the silence before I hit the wall. Tell me you hate me, tell me you're bored. Give me a reason to put down this sword. I'm drowning in the quiet, I'm screaming in the dark, searching for a whisper, waiting for a spark. If this is the end, let the words be the floor. Just say something before I reach the door. The silence is a choice you're making, and my heart is the prize for the taking. Say something, please. I guess you just did. I used to build a fortress out of everything you said. I'd hang your words like curtains just to decorate my head. I ignored the way you pull away whenever I got close, and convinced myself that silence was the thing I loved the most. But the sunlight's hitting different on the hardwood floor today, and I can't find a single lie to keep the cold away. I was happy in the shadows, I was safe inside the dark, but you left a trail of evidence that left a permanent mark. Now the blindfold's on the table and the lights are turning on, and I'm forced to face the empty space where us used to belong. Because the truth hurts more than any lie you ever told. It's a different kind of winter, and it's a different kind of cold. I'd rather have the fiction and the maybe we'll be fine, and this heavy jagged certainty that's cutting down the line. It's the clarity that kills me, it's the way you're standing still, knowing you don't love me now, and you never really will. Yeah, the truth hurts. I'm looking at your phone records, I'm looking at the clock, I'm finding all the hidden keys and every broken lock. You're sorry that I found out, but you're not sorry for the act, and there's no way to negotiate with a devastating fact. I used to think that knowing was the way to set me free, but this freedom floorboards creak like they're calling your name. The walls are still wearing your pictures in frames. I checked the garden where the lilies all died. I checked the porch where we used to hide. I looked in the pockets of your old winter coat, searching for a whisper or a handwritten note. But the hangers are empty and the closet is cold, like a story that ended before it was told. So I'm screaming at the ceiling, I'm shaking the door, asking the shadows what I'm waiting here for. Where's my love? Did it drift out to sea? Did it get tired of living inside of me? Is it wandering the streets in a city of stone, or did it leave me behind to grow alone? Where's my love? Does anybody know? 'Cause I'm still standing here with nowhere to go. I went to the park where the summer began, looking for the ghost of a girl and a man. The bench is still there with our names in the wood, but I don't feel the heartbeat I thought that I would. Every face that I pass is a cruel little trick. The hope in my chest is making me sick. I'm tracing your shadow in the neon rain, but I'm only finding the shape of the pain. So I'm screaming at the ceiling, I'm shaking the door, asking the shadows what I'm waiting here for. Where's my love? Did it drift out to sea? Did it get tired of living inside of me? Is it with one in the streets in a city of stone, or did it leave me behind to grow alone? Where's my love? Does anybody know? 'Cause I'm still standing here with nowhere to go. Maybe love isn't something you lose like a key. Maybe it's something you let go to be free. But I wasn't ready to open my head to watch my whole world turn into sand. Her intensity. Where did you go? Where did you go? Where's my echoes? The only thing that answers me back. A faded light on a lonely track. I'm still looking. Yeah, I'm still looking. Yeah, I'm still looking. I see the way you're looking at the door, like you're already halfway down the hall. You're searching for the words to fix the floor, but we both know the sky is bound to fall. You reach for me, but pull your hand away. A ghost of what we used to be back kitchen light is flickering and low. The way our fire burned out in the rain. It's easier to let the feeling go than to keep on living through the same old pain. You say you're sorry, but the words are thin, like paper walls that couldn't hold the weight. I'm tired of the war I'll never win, and I'm tired of arriving just too late. Don't say you love me if you're planning on leaving. Don't give me hope just to watch it all break. My heart's had enough of this constant deceiving, of the silence and the shadows and the slow cold ache. If your bags are already packed in your mind, if you're just staying here to be kind, save all the forevers for someone you'll keep and let me fall into a lonely sleep. They say that truth will set you free, so tell it to my face. Don't leave a trail of maybes all around this empty space. I'd rather have the jagged edge than the velvet lie. I'd rather watch you walk away than watch our love just die. So keep the words inside your throat. Don't wrap me in a tattered coat of lies. Just turn the key. Don't look at me, and please don't say you love me. I woke up from a dream where you were still here. The coffee's getting cold just like the atmosphere. I'm tracing every line of your ghost in the hall, waiting for a shadow that never comes at all. They say that time can heal, but time's a bitter thief. It leaves the hollow ache and takes the sweet relief. Nobody's promised a tomorrow, so they say, but I give every sunrise just to have today, to hold you for a second, to feel you breathe again before the silence starts and the world begins to end. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be right next to you. If the party's over and our time on earth is through, I wouldn't look for exits or a way to stay a while. Just remember how the river of our love once rose. There's no fear in the ending, no sorrow in the light, 'cause loving you was the only thing I ever did right. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be right next to you. If the party's over and our time on earth is through, I wouldn't look for exits or a way to stay a while. I just look into your eyes and die with a smile. Yeah, if the light is fading and the sky is falling down, I'll be happy just to have you as my final solid ground. Die with a smile, right next to you. Just a smile on my face in its place. Let the silence speak what's unheard. Die with a smile. I'm standing in the doorway with my keys in my hand, looking at the life that we carefully planned. The boxes are taped and the walls are all bare, but the scent of your perfume is still in the air. I'm memorizing shadows, the way the light hits the floor. Before I walk out, and I must know more. How do you breathe when the air is this cold? How do you let go of the hand you used to hold? It's the hardest mountain I've ever had to climb, to leave you behind in a capsule of time. There's no poetic way to say it's the end, to turn a soulmate back into a friend. It's a slow motion shatter, a quiet kind of cry. The hardest part of living is saying goodbye. Yeah, my heart is a weight that I'm forced to carry, to a future that's lonely and a little bit scary. I'm losing my world while I look in your eyes, just saying goodbye. We promised forever, but forever ran out. Now we is a word that I'm living without. I'll miss the way that you laugh in your sleep, the secrets we swore that we both always keep. But some fires I'm setting you